This narrative is not drawn from history. It's seeped from your inner world. Welcome to Silent Signs Stories. Right now, you don't know where you are, do you? You are looking at your map, but the coordinates don't match. Your compass is spinning wildly. You are right in the middle of your life. In terms of age, in terms of time, you are halfway there. But it feels as if someone suddenly pulled a switch and the lights went out. You have lost your way. That straight line you trusted so much, that path where you said, "I am here and I am going there," has been erased. The old you, that person who made plans, who was cheerful, who walked with confident steps, is dead. But the new you, the person who will rise from those ashes, has not yet been born. That terrible, suffocating feeling of being in between. The cold breath of purgatory is on your neck. Maybe you lost your spouse. Maybe the job you gave years of your life to. Maybe your health. Maybe your money. Or worst of all, it looks like you haven't lost anything on the outside. But when you wake up in the morning, you realize you've lost that joy of living, that sacred spark inside. You look in the mirror, and the face you see is a stranger. You feel like a nobody, like a purposeless speck of dust floating in the vacuum of space. Let me tell you a secret. You are not alone. The year is 1300, Florence. A man felt this exact desperation you are feeling right now, down to his very marrow. His name was Dante Alighieri. He had everything. He was a respected statesman, a poet, a father. He was one of the most powerful people in the city. But in one night, just one night, he lost everything. He was exiled by his political enemies. He was torn away from his beloved home, his children, his title, his land. He was sentenced to death. If he returned, he would be burned at the stake. And in the depths of that pain, that deep depression, that feeling of absolute ruin, he picked up his pen and wrote the most famous, most earth-shattering sentence in human history. Midway upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straight way was lost. This is not just a literary intro to a poem, my friend. This is your current location. You are in that forest. The trees are closing in on you. The branches are scratching your face. Your feet are sinking into the mud, and you are afraid. You are trembling inside. You ask, why me? Why this darkness? Why this helplessness? Where did I go wrong? Listen to me, and listen well. That forest is not a punishment. That forest is not God saying, it's over. That forest is an invitation. It is an envelope sent to you by the universe, maybe a bit worn, maybe muddy, but filled with opportunity. Because there is a universal rule. The only way up is down. The path to paradise, to that peace you seek, that unshakable serenity, does not pass through the sky. It passes through hell. It passes through your own darkness. Today, we are going to enter that forest together. We will not run away. I have prepared your map. Your guide is ready. Do not be afraid. We are going down. This journey is only for the brave. If you are looking for a companion, a light to get out of that forest and pierce that darkness, hit the subscribe button now. Light your lantern and join this legion. Because this road is long, and we need each other. When Dante descended into hell, what do you think he saw? Just fires, boiling cauldrons, and horned demons with pitchforks like in Hollywood movies? No. In that nine-circled pit, Dante actually saw his own subconscious. Hell is not a geographical place. It is a mental state. It is a frequency. Where is your hell? It is your suppressed anger. It is the envy you swept under the rug saying, "I'm not jealous." It is your unfaced fears. It is those deepest desires you can't even admit to yourself. It is that other face you see in the mirror when the mask you wear in society falls off. That shadow you deny by saying, "I'm not like that. I'm a good person." That is hell. You are in pain right now. I know. Even breathing feels like a needle pricking your lungs. Remember the inscription Dante saw at the gates of hell. "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." Does this sentence sound scary to you? Do you say, "Can one live without hope?" Actually, this is the most liberating sentence in history. Do you know why? Because hope is about the future. Hope is waiting, saying, "It will get better tomorrow. Someone will come one day and save me." Hope is an escape from the now. But to heal, to transform, you need to be in the now. You need to face the pain right here, right this second. The moment you stop hoping for the future, that is, the moment you abandon hope, there is only one thing left you can do. Act. Stop running. Stop numbing yourself. Look in the mirror. Look at that tired, angry face with dark circles under the eyes, perhaps a bit aged, perhaps broken. That is you. Meet your monsters. Do not be afraid of them. Say hello to them. Say, "Yes, I am angry. Yes, I am afraid. Yes, I am lustful. Yes, I am arrogant." Accept it. As Carl Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. And he adds, "No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell." You are going to go down to the very bottom. Do you know that the very bottom of Dante's hell is not fire? The very bottom is ice, Lake Cocytus, a frozen loneliness. Depression is like that too. It doesn't burn like fire, it freezes like ice. It numbs you. You will go down there, to the center of that ice. Why? Because to jump, you have to step on solid ground. You cannot jump in a void. And the ground is at the very bottom. The place where you hit rock bottom is the place where the ascent begins. Those who have hit their own rock bottom, those who feel that icy loneliness, like this video to show you are not alone. Let's see how many of us are standing on that ground, waiting to leap. What would have happened if Dante had remained all alone in that darkness, amidst those screams and monsters? He would probably have lost his mind. He would have died of fear right there. But there was someone with him, someone protecting him, guiding him, saying, "Don't look at them, keep walking." Virgil, his guide, his master. So, who is this Virgil? Who is he in real life? Virgil is your reason. Virgil is your will. Virgil is your discipline. You have a Virgil too. Maybe his voice is very quiet right now. Maybe you can't hear him over the noise of your emotions, but he is there. Do you know where? When you don't want to get out of bed in the morning, when you pull the depression blanket over yourself, in defiance of that voice saying, "Never mind, sleep, life is meaningless." there is a voice that suddenly throws that blanket off with fury. That disciplined, cool-headed, emotionless voice that says, "Get up. We are not done yet. Get up and wash your face." That is your guide. That is your Virgil. When depression, that is, hell, tries to swallow you, do not give in to your emotions, because in that moment, emotions lie. Fear tells you, it will never get better. It lies. Sadness tells you, you are worthless. It lies. In those moments, you will use your mind like a lantern. Don't say, "I am so sad right now." That is becoming one with the sadness. Say this, "I am currently observing the sensation of sadness." Do you see the difference? One makes you a victim, the other an observer. You are not your pain. You are the one watching the pain. You are not the actor getting beaten on that stage. You are the director, directing that scene. Virgil is your rational side that will pull you out of that swamp. When Dante got scared and said, "Let's go back," what did Virgil tell him? Do not be afraid to go where fate calls us. Walk. Tell yourself this. If you keep walking even while crying, if you do the work even while it hurts, you are holding Virgil's hand tightly. Do not let go of that hand. You made it out of hell. You faced yourself, recognized your shadows, and escaped that deepest pit, that frozen lake. So, is it over? Have we arrived in paradise? No, there is no peace yet, no birds chirping yet. Now, facing you is a massive, steep, rugged, and misty mountain. This is Mount Purgatory. This is not a waiting room. This is the gym of the soul. This is the training ground. Do you know the difference between hell and purgatory? In hell, you suffer and nothing changes. The cycle just repeats. You suffer in vain. But in purgatory, you suffer and you grow. This pain is the pain of building muscle. This pain is the pain that heals. Healing is hard, my friend. Whoever tells you it's easy is lying. Change is the hardest job in the world. Breaking old habits, the void after ending that toxic relationship, quitting smoking, stopping laziness and maintaining that discipline every morning, reading books, working, forgiving. These make you sweat. These make the muscles of your soul ache. While climbing, you will be out of breath. Your legs will shake. Your fingernails will bleed. You will look back and say, "Should I give up? Down there was more comfortable." The comfort zone will call to you, but there is a great secret Dante learned on that mountain. Virgil tells him, "This mountain is such that at the beginning, down below, it is very hard. Every step is torture. But as you rise, as you approach the summit, the burden becomes lighter. Your steps become faster." That discipline that feels like torture at first will eventually become your nature. That morning walk you force yourself to do will one day become your medicine. Angels carve the letter P, the katum, sin, 7 times on Dante's forehead. As he climbed, as he sweated, as he strove, those letters were erased one by one. You have letters on your forehead too. Inadequacy, laziness, cowardice, worthlessness. Don't worry. As you climb, as you sweat, those brands will be erased. Do not be upset that you are struggling right now. On the contrary, rejoice. You are struggling because you are climbing. You are defying gravity. The man walking on a flat road or going downhill does not struggle. Only the man going uphill runs out of breath. That shortness of breath is proof that you are healing, that you are rising. Keep climbing. If you are one of those who are out of breath on this climb, write "I am climbing" in the comments. Let's give each other strength on this slope. And the end of the road. Reason, that is, Virgil, has brought you this far. He took you out of that forest, passed you through hell, made you climb the mountain. He kept you alive. He disciplined you. But at one point, he stopped. He said, "My duty is done." Because reason cannot bring you to ultimate peace. Logic cannot take you to the divine, to that infinite serenity. Logic comes to a point and gets stuck there. To enter that final gate, that gate of paradise, you must leave reason behind and move to the heart. That is where Beatrice appears, the sublime love Dante lost in his youth, but actually found in his soul. Who is Beatrice? She is your intuition. She is your faith. She is the answer to the question, "Why do I live?" that transcends logic. At the top of the mountain, when you breathe that clear air, when you rise above the clouds, you realize this. Those disasters that happened to you, that exile, that abandonment, that bankruptcy, that illness, none of them were to destroy you. All of them were to bring you here, to this view, to this maturity. If you hadn't gotten lost in that forest, you wouldn't have climbed this mountain. If you hadn't suffered that pain, you wouldn't have the depth you have now. You could not have liberated your soul without burning your ego, that old you, that arrogance that says, "I know," in hell. You could not have reached pure love without sweating out that arrogance that says "I," that says "mine," in purgatory. There is no more logic. There is surrender. There is no more war. There is a dance. The moment you stop fighting with life, the moment you stop saying, "Why me?" life starts carrying you in its arms. You surrender to the flow. As Dante says at the very end of the Divine Comedy, the moment you start feeling the love that moves the sun and the other stars, the journey is complete. You are no longer the old you. You are now the universe itself. Do you wonder how the story ends? In real life, Dante died in exile. He could never return to his beloved Florence, to his home, to those streets. Even his grave is in another city. But that didn't matter, because even though he couldn't return to his physical home, he had returned to the center within himself, to his true home. What he lost was a small city, Florence, but what he gained became the entire universe. He gained eternity. You, my brother, my sister listening to me, you are the Dante of modern times. Whatever pit of hell you are in right now, whatever slope of purgatory has left you breathless, stop, catch your breath, and lift your head. Don't look at the ceiling, look at the sky. Remember, the darker the darkness, the brighter the stars appear. You cannot see the stars in the city lights, in your comfort zone, when everything is fine. To see them, you need the night. You need that dark forest. Your darkness is the stage for your stars. Don't tell yourself, "I am lost." Say, "I have set out." Say, "I am about to be found." This is not an end. This is the most exciting, most transformative chapter of your own divine comedy. If you are ready for this climb, for this transformation, if you have the courage to pass through that dark forest and reach the stars instead of turning back in fear, I want you to write Dante's final words as he emerged from hell. That grand final sentence in the comments below. Write only this: I do not fear the darkness. I see the stars. Your map is in your pocket. Your lantern, your reason is in your hand. Love is in your heart. May your path be open. Stay with the stars.